All right, ready to dive in. Today, we're tackling Neville Goddard's At Your Command.
Oh, a classic. Published back in '39. It's not your typical self-help book, though.
Definitely not. More like mind-bending, exploring how our consciousness shapes reality and all that.
Yeah. And Goddard, he uses biblical examples a lot, to make his points. It's a pretty unique blend, spirituality and practicality.
Right. That's exactly what we're going to unpack today, see if it holds up, to scrutiny. Now, some listeners might be new to Goddard, so
Yeah, we'll break it down, make it clear, even if you've never heard of him.
good point.
Hmm.
Okay, so the central premise is that our awareness that I am feeling is basically God.
And that this consciousness of ours, it creates our reality.
Okay, I'm intrigued already. But I think some people might be like, what? Awareness of being. Sounds kind of abstract, doesn't it?
Well, he uses a lot of biblical quotes like, I am hath sent me unto you, that kind of thing.
Right.
I and my Father are one. He's saying that I am, and each of us, it's the same force, that creative force, the whole universe.
Whoa, okay, so not some distant deity, but like the power within.
That's the idea.
Bold claim.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, part of me, it resonates. Like, how often do we feel stuck? And maybe we're the ones putting those limitations on ourselves.
Exactly. And that's where Goddard, he goes beyond just like positive thinking. He says there's a difference between affirmations and truly feeling it, the state of being you want. Like,
Interesting.
someone wants to be wealthy, right? But always feels poor.
Ah,
That feeling of lack, that's what they manifest, even with affirmations.
so not enough to just say, I am wealthy, you gotta feel wealthy.
Precisely. Like growing a plant in the dark, saying grow, grow, won't do much without light.
I like that analogy.
That feeling, that's the light for your desires.
Makes me rethink my own habits. I
Mhm.
focus on what I don't want, like deadlines, instead of feeling accomplished, successful.
We all do it. And Goddard, he's big on I am declarations,
Yeah.
not just words, but to shift your inner state, you're aligning with the reality you want when you say it.
But isn't that, like, dangerous? What if someone thinks they control everything, then feels let down, or even blames themselves when things go wrong?
Valid point. It's about responsibility, not like we become dictators of reality or something.
Right.
More like co-creators, planting seeds. But gotta let things unfold too. He talks about this shutting the door thing when you pray.
Oh, tell me about that, shutting the door.
It means shutting out doubts, focusing only on the feeling of the wish fulfilled, like close the door on fear and uncertainty and step into the reality you want.
So not just wishing, but believing, like really believing.
Yeah, think about times you achieved something you really wanted. Didn't you just know deep down?
You know what? When I got my first big writing gig, it was like I could taste it, the success.
There you go.
Not arrogance, but knowing it was mine already.
Exactly. And Goddard, he uses biblical stuff too, like the Virgin Mary, symbol of creating something from nothing, that spark of desire.
Okay, well, this is really making me think differently about goals and stuff. What other biblical examples does he use?
Well, the opening of John's Gospel, in the beginning was the Word. He says it's about desire, the Word, and consciousness, God, coming together.
So like desires are seeds, our awareness is the soil.
You got it, that fertile ground.
Fascinating. Are we saying our thoughts like literally create?
That's the question, isn't it? He says we undervalue ourselves, like we're grasshoppers, and our problems are giants.
Selling ourselves short.
Big time. Recognize your power, he says. We're not separate from that creative force. We're expressions of it.
So not how small we feel, but that limitless potential.
Exactly. And he uses this analogy, the shepherd and his sheep.
Okay, I'm all ears. Shepherd and sheep, huh?
Our awareness is the shepherd, see, and our experiences are the sheep.
How long?
Wherever we put our attention, that's where the sheep go, where our experiences go.
So worry about money, you're hurting them toward lack, but focus on abundance, and that's where they'll graze.
That's the idea. How inner world shapes the outer one.
But what about things outside our control? Is that like attracting bad luck?
That's where tithing comes in. Goddard's take on it, at least. He says it's not about giving money to a church, but giving to God, to our awareness.
Okay, I'm following.
Giving the qualities we want, not 10% of your income, but 10% of your focus on abundance or generosity, whatever you're after.
Oh, I see. Cultivate the inner state first.
That's it. When we embody those qualities, the outer stuff follows, he says.
Makes sense. Like aligning with the energy of what we want. But what about when we're stuck? Negative patterns,
Yeah.
How do we get unstuck?
Forgiveness. Godard's view on it is different, though. It's not really about morality. It's about freedom, releasing resentment, not for them, for you.
I've always struggled with that, to be honest. Feels like letting someone off the hook. But you're saying it's for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding on to anger. That's like carrying a weight, weighs you down. Forgiveness is putting that weight down, opening up to new things.
I'm starting to see how it all, fits together.
Yeah.
Shifting awareness, focusing on what we want, letting go of what we don't.
Exactly. He's got this analogy. Fishing in the shallows is getting caught up in our worries, limits. Fishing in the deep is that expanded consciousness where desires can happen.
I love that. So less splashing around, more deep diving. But how do we actually, do that?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. It's about assumption. You consciously choose to feel the state you want. Like he says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
So it's not enough to just want it. I have to, feel as if I already have it.
That's the challenge, right? It has to be convincing, it's just
Right.
natural, part of you. Godard, he was big on persistence.
Yeah, I can see how that would be important.
Keep assuming that feeling until it's as real as anything else.
Not a one-time thing then. More like consistently aligning.
You got it. Training your mind. He says, feel it with all your senses. Seeing it, hearing it, even smelling it, tasting it.
Whoa, okay. Creating a whole experience in your mind, basically.
Yeah.
Isn't that getting a little too fantastical?
That's where you need discernment, I guess. Not escaping reality, but imagination as a tool to transform things.
Okay, I'm with you. So imagination to cultivate that feeling, but then, trust the universe to make it happen.
Yes. Don't try to control the how, he says. That's like trying to control the wind. You set the sails and you trust you'll get there.
Great metaphor. So intention, feeling, and then let go.
Letting go is huge, and gratitude plays a big part too.
We keep coming back to gratitude, don't we?
It's not just feeling thankful, he says. It's about acknowledging you've already received what you want.
So thanks in advance,
Yeah.
which then makes you believe it even more.
It amplifies the energy, speeds things up. He even redefines prayer,
Oh, right. He had a whole thing about prayer being different. What was it again?
Not begging, not pleading to some higher power, but aligning yourself
Huh.
with the reality you want.
Claiming it, not asking for it.
Yes. Feeling it's already happened, being grateful for it.
Co-creator, not a beggar. I like that shift. This ties back to that divinity thing, right? Our awareness being God.
Exactly. Not separate from creation, we are creation.
So not limited beings, but powerful creators.
That's the idea. Reclaiming that birthright, that unlimited potential. But, there are times we feel lost, disconnected from that power.
Right. What about those times?
He uses the story, Prodigal Son. You know that one.
The one who wastes all his money and comes crawling back.
Yeah. Godard sees it as a metaphor, our journey away from our true selves, and then coming back to wholeness.
Remembering who we are. That unlimited potential is ours. Like an inheritance.
But also, you're never truly lost, The Father, he represents our true self, or maybe higher consciousness, always waiting.
That's comforting, actually. No matter what, we can find our way back.
And when we do, we're stronger for it.
Not avoiding mistakes, but learning from them. Embracing the journey and all that.
Exactly. And when those challenges come up, he says, be fearless.
Fearless? Well, what if the lions are just too big? What if we're afraid of messing things up even worse?
Fear, he says, it limits us, keeps us from our potential. Remember Daniel in the lion's den? He was fine because of his faith.
He didn't focus on the lions, did he? He turned away, focused on something else, something higher.
That's it. We have the strength. We can get through anything. We're not alone. He also, Godard, challenges us to rethink success.
Oh, how so?
Not about achievements, but fulfillment.
I've hit goals that I thought would make me happy, but it was empty.
Chasing the wrong thing.
Totally.
For him, success is living by your values, your purpose.
Impact, joy, not money or fame necessarily.
That's it. Inner peace, contentment, no matter what's happening outside.
Powerful message, especially these days when everything's about, money and status.
True wealth, he says. It's inside. Knowing you have worth, value.
Shift from lack to what we do have.
Exactly. Abundance, not scarcity. That's why he says, be mindful. Your thoughts, beliefs, they matter.
Okay, but how do you control your thoughts? Sometimes it's like, my mind's a runaway train.
Takes practice. Awareness. Choose thoughts that match what you want, he says.
So positive, empowering beliefs instead of the negative ones.
Beliefs create reality, he says. If you believe you're limited, you will be. But if you believe you're capable, worthy, that's what you'll get.
That's deep, man. Self-awareness is so key. Got to pay attention to what we're telling ourselves, make sure it matches what we want.
And this all leads to self-love.
Knew you were going to say that. It's everywhere these days. Self-love this, self-love that. To be honest, it feels kind of cliche. What's Godard's take?
For him, it's the foundation. For all other love, he actually says, love of self is the beginning of wisdom.
Interesting. So not being selfish, but knowing you're worthy?
That's it. When you love yourself unconditionally, then you can receive love, abundance from others, from the universe. Like you're saying, hey, I deserve this.
I'm seeing the connections now. Awareness, beliefs, self-love.
And forgiveness, too. Letting go, moving on, for you and for them. That's key to creating a better life, he says.
So we forgive for ourselves, not just for them, to let go of the past and create space for the new.
Exactly. It's freeing yourself, he says. Choosing to move on with love and all that.
This is a lot to take in, seriously. We could talk about this for hours, I feel like.
There's always more to learn with Godard, that's for sure.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Back again for the final stretch of our deep dive into At Your Command. We've covered a lot. I am, forgiveness, self-love, all that.
Yeah, quite a journey through Goddard land.
It is, isn't it? And even though this is, the last part, it's really just the start, right, of exploring these ideas.
Absolutely. Just a taste to get you thinking.
So what other nuggets of wisdom can we squeeze out in these last few minutes? What else do we find in At Your Command?
Well, there's this idea runs through a lot of his work, that the world is like a mirror reflecting back what we believe.
Oh, yeah, like that grasshopper and giant thing.
Right. We can only be to others what we are to ourselves first.
So see yourself as small, insignificant. The world's going to reflect that back. But if you recognize your power, your worth, things change.
That's the idea. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
Totally. Our beliefs shape how we see things, and then that shapes our reality. I've seen it happen in my own life,
Right.
When I'm confident, things just seem to work out.
Right.
But when I'm full of doubt, it's like I attract problems.
Godard says, use that to your advantage. Choose your beliefs, look at them, and ask yourself, are these helping me or holding me back?
Instead of like scarcity and lack, I can choose abundance and possibility.
Exactly. And that's where imagination comes in.
Oh yeah, he talked a lot about that, didn't he?
Not just daydreaming, it's a tool, he says, to shape reality.
So not escaping, but creating.
Creating, yes. Vivid pictures. See yourself experiencing what you want as if it's already happened.
Like visualization, but more than that, it's got to be emotional, right?
Feel the emotions like it's real. That's what brings it to life. He even said make mental movies with a beginning, middle, end, dialogue, all that.
Wow, so we're directors of our own little mental movie.
That's the idea. You're setting the scene.
But doesn't that get a little, I don't know, too much? Like losing touch with what's actually happening.
Gotta have discernment. Imagination's a tool, not a replacement for reality.
Okay, I got it. So imagine it, feel it, but then, like we said before, trust the universe to figure out the details.
Trust is key, like that sailing analogy. Don't try to control the wind, just set the sail.
Surrender, have faith. And, oh yeah, gratitude. Gotta have that.
Gratitude, always. Acknowledge you've already got what you want, that's what he said.
It's been such a theme in this whole discussion. Really powerful stuff.
More than a feeling, he said. It's a statement, like you're saying, I believe this is already mine.
So as we wrap up this incredible deep dive, what's the main thing you want listeners to walk away with?
We are not powerless. We are creators. We shape our own lives. Remember that?
That's so good, taking responsibility. We have more power than we think.
And this is just the beginning, really. Godard's got a lot to offer. Keep digging into his works, see what resonates with you.
At Your Command, it's full of like mind-blowing stuff. So one last question for everyone listening. If your awareness shapes things, what kind of world are you creating? Think about that.
Great question to end on. That power, it's in you. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep creating. That's what it's all about.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It would be a great source of help to maintain and develop this channel and the correlated website. This book overview was presented to you by olbooksummary.com. Are you interested in more insights into personal development books or motivational and inspirational books? Please visit olbooksummary.com and you will find a library of the most helpful self-development and human character development books overviews. See you soon with the next books overview video.